Hey Nesties, hope you're doing good today. How's everybody feeling on this first day of the week? I tell you, in the words of that T Connection song, Monday morning come. Yeah, it's another Monday, people. Today is Monday, right? Yeah, I'm getting so confused with all these days. I don't even know what damn day it is. But today, people, hey Rolandia, how's your summer? I know you glad to be at the classroom. But today we're gonna do a little bit of a special show. Hey Shan, really? I just sit in the park and it raining. Really? Like fucking really? Y'all stay right there. I just sit in the park and it start to rain. Hey, you know, I come here to read my book in the park, talk to y'all. Okay, y'all hold on. Y'all stay right there. Fuck! Man, really though? Shit. Anyway, let me be grateful, because we need the rain. Wetting up my damn good book. Doing shit. You know what? Say, come to LA, it doesn't rain. Yeah, remember that song by Tony? It never rains in Southern California. Hey, Lydia. Oh, shit, see? I'm slipping down. Now my shoe wet. Y'all know I always falling down. Let me stop saying that. Lord, where I can go? Can't get the phone wet, boo. No, boo-boo. No, boo. Oh, Lord. I knew I was just too comfy. Just too comfy. I say I can talk to the love nest, sit inside nature, Bram, rain. Where can I go? Let me see. Lord, you mean I got to stand up to do the show? Okay. Yeah, we just gonna have to stand up to do the show. I tell ya. Yeah, that close, eh? Muddles. Hold on. Jesus. Hold on a sec. Let me collect my thoughts. I tell ya. Y'all stay right there. Now I gotta take off my glasses. I gotta take off my hood. Whew. Okay. And why is my camera so close up on me? Now I can't see a shit. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I mean, that rain just come out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere, Nesties. Came out of nowhere. Okay, let me wipe off my glasses. Just hold on a sec. Y'all know I done can't see, right? Be squinting and shit. So much for our quiet time in the park today. Yeah, I was trying to be like them rich housewives in the park in the middle of the day. You know them bitches who lucky that they don't have to work? Although housewifing is work. Let me wipe my glasses. Y'all stay right there. Yeah, stay right there. By the way, the phone lines are open today. Because today I was talking in the love nest like I usually do. You know, I talk to you guys quite a bit. I always say I could just start doing my show on WhatsApp just to talk to you guys. And I will admit, today, a number of you were sharing your thoughts about our nation. And I was feeling some kind of way. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Legal. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Anea. Hey, Lydia. Hey, Sean. Hey, Pascal. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Jill. Hey, Plexi. Hey, Black Velvet. Hey, EJ. Make sure I get everybody. Yeah, so the plan was to sit in the park. Okay, that's better. The plan was to sit in the park and talk to you guys. I sat down, I had my book, I was all ready to go, and all of a sudden, just when I started the camera, the rain started. By the way, I told you guys how one of the things that used to dishearten me when I lived in the Bahamas is the lack of libraries. And since I've been here in America now for 10 months, one of the things that I do a lot is go to the library. It's amazing how we don't have something in the place you're from. You tend to gravitate toward that same thing. Karen say, hey, Minister Chrissy. Hey, Karen. And so, Karen, like a lot of you in the Love Nest, whenever we talk, sometime when you share things with me, I ain't gonna lie, I get a little discouraged when I see everybody bitching about, once again, it's another summer in the Bahamas. The light effing off every day. Once again, it's another summer in the Bahamas. The roads full of pothole and shit. I see y'all just had big major robbery at one of the nation's top retailers. And so this morning in the Love Nest, a lot of you were sharing some of your thoughts about life at home. And it got me thinking. And after last week with all of the debauchery and ratchetry that we were doing, I said I was gonna, say where I going today, I said I was going to just chill with you guys and ask you to have a conversation with me on this Mindful Monday. Yeah, because mindfulness is one of the things the Bahamas lacks, and that's why I think we have so many of the problems that we do have. So I wanted you guys to share a moment with me and talk about the things that uplift us, the things that ennoble us, the things that inspire us. Because a lot of times, and especially in my role as a social commentator, okay, now the rain came and now it's hot again. You know, y'all hold on. Jesus, hold on a sec, okay? Oh, now the sun out again. What kind of fucking octopolar weather this is? The rain, now the sun out, now it's hot. Hold on. So you can lurk? Oh my, that's all right. Hold on, let me take off this hot ass jacket I have on. I tell you, that's all right. You can lurk. And it's not lurking. This is a democracy. If you want to participate, you do. If you don't want to participate, you don't. This ain't no damn dictatorship. All right? So today in the Love Nest, we were talking about a lot of things, and like I said, a lot of times we focus on the what is not working part of the Bahamas. And so today I wanted us to have a dialogue about what ennobles us, what inspires us, and what we can do to be less jaded. Now I know, hey, I'm the queen of being jaded. I am jaded, I'm cynical, and that's just how it is. I'm not even trying to pretend that I'm not. Let's keep it real. Living in the Bahamas, there are great things to be thankful for, but there's a lot to make you jaded and cynical. And today in the Love Nest, someone very dear to me wrote this, and I want to share it with you, and that's why I said we're going to change the conversation today and talk about things that uplift, ennoble, and inspire us. And the person in the Love Nest wrote, and again, it just breaks my heart when I read these things about how our people are feeling, in particular our young people. Because, you know, I've shared with you a lot of times that I feel the older generation failed us miserably. They did not build us a nation where we can thrive and grow. Yes, some of us do thrive and grow, but by and large, it's kind of rough to be a progressive thinker in a country that's not progressive at all. Yes, it's beautiful. We have beautiful beaches. We have beautiful people, some. We have a lot of things that are beautiful in our country, but like anywhere else in the world, there's some fucked up shit too. So when this person wrote this today, it got me thinking. And I know a lot of times for me, when I'm feeling some kind of way, I escape through books. I escape through movies. I escape through entertainment to try and get back on track. Well, I'm glad you're here, Terry. So today in the Love Nest, again, one of our beautiful souls said, I ain't jaded, you know. I'm a realist. And the reality of this place is that it will continue to be sudgy and lackluster if it continues in this sad, annoying direction it's going in. I don't see any type of change that'll take place on this country. Government shitty, services shitty, roads shitty. I see why every week the obits getting thicker and thicker, people giving up and going home because this mess known as the Bahamas don't make no type of sense. Now again, many people are going to say, oh, there's Chrissy Love criticizing her country again, but it's so much bigger than that. Because if you're honest with yourself, a lot of us feel that very same way. And so today, I want to ask you, what do you do for escapism? And I'm not talking about the usual escape routes that we Bahamians and we people tend to take. Food, drugs, sex, alcohol, shopping, stealing, whatever the fuck we do. Bad behaviors. I'm talking about escapism. And for me, since I've been in America, one of the things that I've been doing a lot more of, I will admit, I did it in Nassau, but I didn't do a lot of it for a couple of reasons. But one of the things that's provided me comfort, every couple days I go to a library, I get a book that I want to read, and it gives me comfort. So today I want to ask you, what are you reading? There was a slogan long ago when we were trying to get Bahamians to read more, because we all know we have a serious educational problem in our country. The slogan said, read Bahamas. Of course, a lot of people don't do that, but a lot of Bahamians are voracious readers. Thank you, Black Velvet. She says she travels, reads, self-meditate, and smile. Yes, indeed. Because I think right now we need to focus on the things that ennoble, uplift, and inspire us. And for me, reading is an escape. I just read a wonderful book because I told you, in addition to my being in America and getting my physical health together, I'm also working on my mental health. Another conversation we don't like to have in the Bahamas for some reason. Especially in the Black community. I'm reading a beautiful book that calls The Body Keeps the Score. And it talks about those of us who may have survived from trauma, those of us who may have survived abuse, molestation, rape, poor treatment, neglect, abandonment. I'm also reading a wonderful book from a lady I admire, and I'm gonna show you the book. Just picked it up from the library last week. It's by my girl, Jennifer Lewis. And some of you in the Love Nest recommended this book to me because a lot of you people tell me I act like Jennifer. Now, I don't think I'm as cuckoo as Jennifer, but I'm reading this as well. And like I said, for me, that's what I do to escape. And so I'm asking you, what's the last book you read? Because a lot of us get so caught up in the bullshit of life that we don't take time to exhale. We don't take time to breathe in. We don't take time to relax, because we get so caught up in the bullshit of life. We get so caught up on the have-tos that a lot of times we forget about the things we need to give ourselves pleasure, to give ourselves peace, to give ourselves joy. And as Bahamians, I see that a lot. You know, America is a big country. There are many, many ways to escape. When you live in a small place like Nassau, like most of us, even Grand Bahama, although Grand Bahama has more escapes, when you come from a small place, the ways to escape aren't that many. And so I'm asking you today, what do you do? Because there comes a time when you got to be mindful. There comes a time when you, and I don't want to sound flaky and, airy-fairy and hippie-ish, but I'm just curious to know, how are you going to develop mechanisms to cope with the amount of bullshit that one must cope with living in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas? And yes, I know there are tourists who watch this show. This is no diss against the country. It is just our reality. And what that person said earlier is how a lot of us feel. A lot of us feel that there's no turnaround in our nation. A lot of us feel hopeless. A lot of us feel dejected. And a lot of us medicate doing all kinds of things. We do all kinds of bullshit to try and escape from what we're feeling. And so that is why I'm asking you today, what do you do that uplifts you, inspires you? What books do you read? Do you participate in any art? Yes, things do need to change, roommate. Because what frightens me, as I see more and more Bahamians spiraling out, as I see more and more Bahamians having major mental health issues that they don't want to address, as I see more and more of us medicating ourselves, more of us pretending that we have this life that we don't have, so many Bahamians in pain and keeping all that muckiness in. I just wonder, what's the next step? You know, a lot of times when I used to teach, I always tell my students that they need actionable steps. They need measurable steps. They need things that are gonna help them get out of the hopelessness that they feel. And so that's what I'm asking you today. What do you do? And remember, it looks like in this part of town, my phone is working. So you can give me a call. I don't know what's going on with this phone. And again, if you ain't reading, it's okay. This ain't no competition, or unlike a lot of us who want to show how smart we are. This is not that kind of show. I'm just wondering, how are you in the Love Nest guarding the edges of your soul? Because if you don't guard the edges of your soul, you'll find yourself lost. I have a very good friend who just moved back home after not being home for a long time. And she's struggling being home. Of course, you know, we all moved back to the Bahamas for our own reasons. When I moved back to the Bahamas in 2001, I had my reasons. Blah, 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 say we're gonna need more wine. Man, look here. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with having your wine, having your drugs, doing what you do. But my problem is, listen, Danielle, you just killed me. My problem is that so many of us are so miserable in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And let me just say, it's easy to be miserable. The light fucking off all the time. The roads potholey all the time. The justice system don't fucking work. Okay? The schools are shitty. I get it. It's hard as a motherfucker. Shit expensive. So I know there are reasons to be pissed off. But I also believe in my heart of hearts that there are reasons to be grateful. that there are reasons to be thankful. And that is why we dubbed this show today Mindfulness Monday. Because a lot of Bahamians and a lot of people are just going through the world just on autopilot. And so that's why I'm asking you today, what book are you reading? All right, let me read some of your comments. All right. Daniel say, I reading WhatsApp messages and live chats. Man, I can't. Well, if that makes you feel happy, do you, boo. Sean is here saying, hey, Love Ness. Daniel say, where you going today, Dora? Well, today I'm actually, anyway, that's a long story. I'm taking some time for me today. I was able to, somebody gifted me with something that I love to do, because in addition to reading, I love to escape at the movies. So that's what I'm doing today right after the show. I'm going to escape at the movies. I'm going to see a chicky flicky that my son doesn't like to see. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to escape in that mode and do me like that. So that's what we're asking you today. What do you do to be mindful? Yeah, last week we was talking about sex, and we was talking about juicing, we was talking about grinding on the groceries, we was talking about the shittiness of the Bahamas, the trapsy politicians and the political parties who spying on you. But today I want us to look within. You know, introspection is something that a lot of Bahamians, I can't take it, Cassandra. Cassandra, what do you do? I can't. A lot of Bahamians do not believe in introspection. I know that to look within is very hard for some people. I told you one of the things I learned when I was doing counseling, that so many of us can't even look at ourselves in the mirror, which I find shocking. And so that's what we're talking about today. Cassandra is sharing with us that she escapes by reading books that will keep her panty seat wet. Okay then. And thank you for sharing, boo. Thank you for sharing, boo-boo. Thank you for sharing. Queen Shaw saying howdy. Daniel says she been away from 3 a.m. This is the first meal since Sunday at 11. Child, Daniel, you need to eat more, boo. Black Velvet said the name of the Gabby Union book. What's the, oh, we're going to need more wine. Oh, yes, that's right. That is the name of her book. Yeah, I do remember that. Tuffy said, read Half the Sky by Nicholas Kristof and Cheryl Wooden. You will cry your eyes out. Well, I tend to be reading books that I love to. I laugh a lot. Like the book before this one that I read was a book by a writer who I admire. She's of Haitian descent, but she grew up in America. It was recommended to me by my friend who's a priest, and it's called Hunger. It's by Roxane Gay. And that was the book I read before this. And again, you know, reading brings me comfort. And like I said, being in America, we could go and get all the bestsellers off the library shelves. That's one of the disservices that our nation's first legislation did to us. They did not build us libraries. Now, Hubert Ingram came and tried to build a couple, but, you know, our libraries are terribly, terribly deficient. Look at the main library on Bay Street, the one on Mackey Street. We've just done a piss poor job. Daniel say, Roxanne, can I be your man? I saw that movie, Danielle. I finally saw it. And I lived that era with Roxanne Shante. Me, the rocks, give up the box so you could talk about it for the next 10 blocks. Yeah, that was the cut back in the day. Roxanne, Yeah, y'all young Sharon, y'all don't know. Y'all missed. Let me tell you something. As someone who was there at the genesis of hip-hop in New York, I tell you, to this day, the other day I was in the car, right? And one of my favorite songs came on. Let me see how good y'all are. Let me see how good y'all are. I'm gonna give y'all a line and y'all tell me where the song come from. Okay, let me see. Chelsea said, I like to watch movies as well. Be alone, go to the beach and dance. If painting ain't in the way. Poor child ain't sticking to move. She got rid of him, Lord. Well, again, there's a saying that says you should dance like no one's looking. But I was just reminiscing about the days when I would be going to see hip-hop acts back in the day. Roxanne Shante was a good movie. Yeah. So I was just listening to the radio, and this line came out, and it said, I'm light-skinned and I live in Queens and I love eating chicken and collard greens. Who sang that? Who sang that? Dave cut the record down to the bone. That was the song. Good memories. So what do you do to escape? What do you do to escape? Lola says, hey Chrissy. Let me see. Shaw say, we need to learn to relax. My job has me super stressed. I found the beach to be a sacred space. It's free, guys. Yes, the beach is a beautiful sacred space. I agree. Cassandra said, I work in medical and death claims. That shit is depressing. I have to escape. Black Velvet say Black Lace are great sex novels, the best series. Okay. Black Velvet said Rest in Power, the Trayvon Martin book, my last 3 books. All right. Chelsea say, not that there are many ways to escape. Like, for example, I like to go out and go to work, but on the flip side, I need money to do that. But I also read and listen to music and pray, and I try to meditate. Well, you know, I remember back in the day when I used to meditate live on the air. The radio station owners thought I was losing my mind, but mindfulness and meditation are the ways that I've managed to keep myself sane and not want to chop a couple of people. Because I've shared with you some of the things I've been through in my life. And, you know, they're but for the grace of God. I see one of my friends now, to this day, still walking up and down in Nassau, fucking crackhead, cracked out of her mind, don't have no teeth in the front of her mouth, because a lot of people don't have the coping skills. Well, what we're doing, we're asking you what was the last book you read. Helen say, hi Chrissy, I noticed your topic. In my mindful times when I'm at the beach, I went this morning, it was beautiful and peaceful. I took lots of pictures I shared on Facebook. Yes, I liked your pictures on Facebook, actually. I liked your pictures. I liked your pictures on Facebook. All right, Daniel said I drink whiskey and I hit the gym every day. Okay, roommate said that sound like Run DMC. How you know, roommate? That's just who it is. That's just who it is, Run DMC. I'm the king of rock. There is none higher. Sucker MC should call me sire. Roommate, you're a smart gal, you know. You're a smart Bahamian Louisiana gal. So I'm just saying, a lot of times when you brought up the Roxanne Shante movie, it reminded me of those hip hop years. And I tell you, if only we knew how great we are. I keep telling people, us people from the Caribbean, we the ones who started this hip hop thing. That's why I don't understand how we still got all these challenges as black folk. We've done such great things. Chelsea say, Lord, but some people like to party on the beach. Like, dude, I'm chilling with my daughter. Well, that happens a lot too. Cookie say, I love John Grisham. Daniel say, the last book I read was Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Yes, I read that book as well. That was good. Lola say, the last book I read was Gracie's Secret. Not a very happy story, though. Okay, Karen say, hey, Miss Lowe. Hey, Karen, how's your trip? Legal say, I go shopping and watch a nice killing movie, Lifetime movie. Monica. Legal, you funny. You are funny. Lola say, music is my escape. Daniel say, music and anime, my great escapes. Okay, well, that's good. Because, you know, my thing, like I said, when I read that post this morning in the Love Nest, I hate when I hear such levels of hopelessness in our young people. See, I admit at 56, I admit I'm jaded. I admit I'm cynical. But again, I've seen Bahamaland go from shit to Shinola to shit again and Shinola again. All right, Queen Shaw say, John Maxwell has some decent inspirational books. Marinette say, hey darling, HGTV soothes me. I like HGTV as well. Shaw say, meditation is good for physical well-being. Daniel say, at Marinette, love HGTV. Yeah, I love to see it too. I'm a very much a DIYer. You guys know I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I share with you, that's one of the great things we're going to be doing on the retreat. I'm going to show you how to make a lot of your own DIY products to help you with your chemical load and to help you with your cleaning and detoxing. By the way, again, a lot of you have signed up for the retreat. I ain't see no deposit. So put that out there. I ain't being rude. I ain't being mean. But, you know, I need you to give me a count because the retreat is next weekend after next. So I really need you to, those of you who've committed, to go to Love Wellness Weekends, pay your deposit on PayPal. For those of you who live in America, you could inbox me if you want to send it to my account over here. But I really need you to do that. And I want to thank all of you who have signed up. I want to thank all of you who've made a commitment to join us on the Wellness Weekend that's happening on the 3rd to the 6th. And I appreciate, love you so much, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time. I'm just finalizing the menu. I have lots of great tricks up my sleeve. Chelsea said, you being real, email or say something. Well, you know how people go. You know Bahamians, and most people on the retreat are Bahamian or Bahamian descent. You know we tend to do things last minute. That's just us. But for purposes of this retreat, like for example, if you go to other retreats and you don't respond by a deadline, if a lot of you who say you're coming don't pay, and I plan for you and you don't pay and you don't come, it's just a bit discourteous. So I would like for you to just state your intentions. That's all I'm saying. You know, we still gonna have a good time at the retreat. I know I can't wait to hop on that plane and get to Florida. Say last minute ain't even the word for Bahamians. Keitra, you ain't lie. That's how people. Now I did say the last book I read was Breaking Soul Ties by Art Carthy. Oh yeah, breaking soul ties. Boy, I've done a lot of work with that. Daniel said I won't be there. Work, 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 and MF work and work. Well, I understand, sweetie. I understand. Karen say loving it, but it's hot as Hades. Please ask the devil to remove his butt crack from this continent. Man, I can't take it. It hot over there. So if it hot in Europe, Legal say yes, though. Lifetime movies just be off the chains and Criminal Minds. Keitra say dollar bill, y'all. Marinette say I'd love to. Well, again, you know the thing is, right? Mindfulness Mondays, what we're discussing today, is to take a break from all the crap. Like just before I went live with you guys, everybody was sending me pictures of the jewelry, the noted perfumery jewelry store that was robbed. And they had pictures of the people escaping the scene. You know, I understand that we all want to be informed and we all want to know what's happening in our corner of the world. But I think a lot of times we focus on what's not right and what's negative. The same time you took to take the pictures, I hope you alerted the police, and I hope you, and my thing is this, what inside that store? So, and again, I have no beef with the Pritchard family, okay? But you can risk your freedom to rob a couple bottles of perfume and jewelry. I mean, anyway, I guess freedom isn't important to everybody. All right. Keitra, what you say? Dollar bills, y'all. Yeah, get them dollar bills going. By the way, no money in Scotia, guys. I'm having a real huge problem with Scotia. Apparently, Scotia has changed its whole card system. So why the woman could tell me if I could come to the bank to get my card? She don't read the news, say. She obviously don't read the motherfucking news. How can I come to the bank to get my card? Let me see. Come to the bank, risk getting incarcerated for my Scotia card. I'm gonna marinate on it on this Monday. Bunch of fuck. Anyway, so what I need you to do, I have a PayPal account, wbrussell99@gmail.com. I want to thank all of you guys for all you do. All right, let me read some more. Black Velvet, why you laughing? Chelsea said, I wish I could crochet. I have to learn. Daniel say they work hard. Well, Daniel, how the hell you in Texas and know they caught? Hope say, Chrissy, anybody from BPL call you yet? Hashtag package deal. Charlotte, Hope, I ain't get a call. Chelsea said, we got to do better though, Chrissy, and we have to start somewhere. Third, Kabuki Rose say, handicrafts, coat, crochet, knit, making jewelry is my relaxation. Keitra say, man, say, what? Where rock I been under? Shut your teeth. Daniel say, I just had curry chickpeas, vegan mac and cheese, stir-fried cabbage and veggies. Now I need to hit the gym and smoke a blunt. Man, I can't take it. I hope you ain't smoking your weed and no bullshit, Danielle. Miss BHF say, this may be weird, but I enjoy coloring. It relaxes me. There's some pretty cool adult coloring books. Yeah, I do that as well. I have a coloring book. I love coloring. Yeah. Who all is color still to this day like this? Remember back in the day, right? And that's how I knew I was OCD and anal retentive, even as a child. When I would color, I would do a dark line to outline the picture I'm coloring, and then I'll color lightly inside that line. Like even when my mother would show me pictures when I was a kid, I was always anal retentive and OCD because you would always see all my pictures had a black line, like a darker color to crayon, and then I would color in the color. Yeah, I wonder what that says about my personality. I like motherfucking order. That's what I like. Get your shit together. Order. All right? Keitra say, LMAO, I used to do that. Keitra say, I love to color. Me and Kaylee have it in our iPads. Black Velvet say, gal, you would be a falafel fool to get that card. I know. They ignorant. No, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to get one of my peoples. And I want to thank a lot of you who've been reaching out to me. They're like, Chris, you want me to call the bank for you? I got some real help from my girl Lydia today. My girl Nikita has helped me too. So I appreciate y'all help. They're serious. Karen say, control freak. Shut your teeth, Karen. Chelsea saying, Ron Pinder used to color? Yeah, they have to mail it to me, but I have to send them a letter. And then they have to pin the card for me. And then they have to, anyway, you know what? It's always some fucking big motherfucking production. Thank you, Karen. Say I used to color like that too. But it's not a control freak. I just like things in order. And that's just me. And I laugh because my son, even though my son was a macho, manly, little, rude, little stinking boy, like just kicking over everything. When it was time to color, Wayne used to color in order just like that. And he didn't like, to this day, I tell my son, I say, I hope you don't have OCD. Like when I put his food on his plate and I have the things touching the food, he used to tell me, Mommy, put it in order. I'm like, get your ass up and cook for yourself. What about that? Anyway, it's just people have their idiosyncrasies. All right, so let's talk more about the books you're reading as we look to things, despite what we're going through in the Bahamas, despite what you're going through in the Bahamas. And I ain't gotta lie, and this is gonna sound real shitty and fucked up, but the more I talk to y'all at home, the more I glad I ain't home. The more I talk to my cousin, he tell me to light off. I just be like, you see? Daniel said, my son will not eat if his food touches. See? But Danielle, Wayne's 19 now. It's time to let that go. And I used to be like that too. I used to be like that too. I don't know, you know, maybe it's just people who are finicky. We like order. Judy said, my baby too. Chelsea said, yeah, Wayne have OCD. LOL. Shut your teeth. Well, I must have got OCD too. Eh? Well, I know I have OCD. Because when I was married, my husband used to always tell me, thank you, legal. It's presentation. Thank you. Now, I will admit, I just like shit together. Daniel say, LOL, my baby too, he will go off. But your baby too. My son, 19. Just the other day, I made curry chicken for him, right? Because he's like, okay, Mommy, before we leave, I want you to make all the things I like. Okay, so I made curry chicken, right? So why I miss and use the spoon from the curry and use it in the rice? That boy act like I nanny in the rice. Anyway, but guess what? I used to be just like that. I don't get it. And Wayne's father is kind of OCD too, so he couldn't escape it. We just like shit in order. Yeah, we just like shit in order. Get it done and do it right, damn it. Daniel said, I don't care if my food touch, I just want to eat it. That's because you is the junglist, Danielle. Hi. Chelsea, I don't understand what you mean by Ron Pinder. You're talking about his beard, eh? That Sharpie beard asshole. And who are these bitches who marrying these people? That's one way Bahamian women, dear Bahamian women, you want to practice mindfulness? Stop marrying sissy man and then being miserable for your whole fucking life just because you want things. That'll help you with mindfulness. And we're back. This public service announcement brought to you by Trapsy Incorporated. Daniel say, LMAO, speaking of curry chicken, I tell my husband I was making curry and he was too excited until he comes home and we see curry chickpeas. I don't know, you don't stop forcing your husband to be a vegan, Danielle. Danielle, cook for your husband. Amanda say, currently reading The Handy Book for Raising Black Children by Layla Africa. Oh, I love Dr. Layla Africa. Roommate say, man, that's a little over the top. Chelsea say, LMAO, y'all have a problem. It's just how you like it. It's just how you like it. Everybody have their own thing. All right, so people, what other ways can we practice mindfulness as we go through the bullshit? Like I said, maybe I'm just too, you know, I take a lot of stuff on. But like I said, when I hear our young people talking about how disgusted they are with our country, it really does make me feel some kind of way. It really does something to my heart when I hear, and these are children under 30, under 40. Yeah, children, because I could be a ma. And when I hear them saying how disgusted they are and how they feel nothing's going to change, that saddens me. All right. Chelsea say, LMAO. No, I remember a vlog from Tap that said Ron was coloring in Cuba. Tap said he was coloring. That's what you call it, eh? I didn't know Bungian was coloring. Anyway, you know what? Lord, let me stop. We practicing mindfulness, boo. We practicing mindfulness. Who gets married in a fucking jacket that looks like a sofa cover? I ain't tell that time when he sent me a message threatening me when the BLB was in, eh? Tell me if I don't stop this show I'm doing, he's going to deal with me. I was like, you need to deal with that Sharpie on your fucking face. That's what you need to deal with your fake hairline. Like them old niggas in the barbershop is putting that black dye on their hair trying to create a fade. Shut your ass. Anyway, Chelsea, why you cause me going there? You see? Daniel say, don't dirty the rice with the curry spoon, and y'all is put rice over the gravy. Just eat, man. I agree. Amanda say, and The Spirit of Intimacy by Sobofu Some. Did I say that right? Daniel say, meat is not good. Yeah, meat has its issues, but meat tastes good. There's something, look here, anything could hurt you. Chelsea say, sorry. Legal say, it's colorful. Yeah, dead colorful. Chelsea always lead me down. You know, when I was on the radio, right, the program director, whenever I'd be finished doing reality check, he would call me into his office and he would say, Chrissy, you have to stop letting your listeners and your viewers lead you down roads that you don't want to take. You are on a good tangent talking about something good, and then all of a sudden you get a call and you let that person take you all the way down the road. No, you ain't sorry, Chelsea. You mean that? It's your trapsy self. You mean that? So I'm easily led. I ain't gonna lie. When you bring up Ron, I remember when he first got into politics and I was interviewing him, right? First of all, you know you're a junglist when your mommy and daddy name you after the movie star Ron O'Neal. So your name is Ron O'Neal Pinder. Yeah, I don't know why I remember this bullshit. I just have a lot of shit in my mind that I remember. And then you go from being a principal making $20,000 a year to owning everything. How you get all that money? Politicians, they sicken me. Amanda say meat only tastes good because it's seasoned with plants. Well, you're right. You're right, Amanda. Because I always tell people, try eating a lamb chop with nothing on it. It tastes like hell. That's why I season the vegetables with the same thing that I season the meat with. Daniel said, well, my sister named after Erica. Erica Kanye or Erica Kane? No, man. But at least her name is Erica. Now, if your mother did name her Erica Kane Strawn, then that would be a problem. Blah would say classic sissies. Man, I can't take it. We love gay men, but we motherfucking hate sissies. Especially them said in politics who be marrying women knowing that they like to push their cock in people's ass. Like, why you marrying a woman? You know how much women in the PLP got E. coli in their gunny? Anyway, it's Mindfulness Monday. It's Mindfulness Monday. And they so like marry these chichi man. I don't understand it from the highest of the hierarchy. I don't get it. Maybe it's an arrangement. Although I ain't gonna lie, I have a gay friend and I will marry him if we can make an arrangement. I've thought about it. Amanda, why you laughing? It's true. I don't understand it. Daniel say lamb chops always been nasty to me. I don't like that game taste. Well, you need to clean off your meat with vinegar and lime juice, boo-boo. That's how you handle that. So today people were asking you, what's the last book you read? What's the last book you read? If we ask our politicians today what the last book they read, who all in the cabinet you think this read? Y'all want to guess? I would hope the Minister of Education is read. I think Jeff is read. I know Michael reads. Michael Pintard. Say, how'd I go work, Chrissy? I can't, that Basil say, damn, Chrissy, I wasn't ready. It's true. It's true. All I'm saying is that one of the ways we practice mindfulness is to live in our truth. So many Bahamians aren't living in their truth, especially a lot of black Bahamian women who believe just for the things they will get married to anyone. And a lot of Bahamian women are marrying men who don't like to stick their doggy in them. I don't know why you do that. I don't know why you commit yourself to a life of lies. I told you, one of our noted journalists was engaged to a gay man for 8 years. And then she pretended that she didn't know. Bitch, really? If your dick smell like shit, what that mean? If you got E. coli in your grabby, that ain't a clue? You need a Blue's Clues, Blue. You need a clue. Sit down in the thinking chair and think. Anyway. Lord, I can't laugh at these people with their fake lives. Chelsea said them MFers. Daniel said we gotta think a little while. Black Velvet say read what jokey fellas. They ain't reading the Bible. Black Velvet say 8 years. Well, child, hint, hint. And the thing is, again, if you engaged a man for 8 years and you know this man used to wipe his face off with the red cosmetic sponge, isn't that a clue that he's a big panty? I just asking. Now, I have gay friends who wipe their faces with the cosmetic sponge. Okay? But they ain't pretending that they want to marry women. That's all I'm saying. In the words of the late, great Jackson Logan Burnside III, be who you is, not who you ain't. Because if you ain't who you is, then you is who you ain't. Just be who you are. And that's another reason why a lot of us in the Bahamas are frustrated, unhappy. We could have the most beautiful beaches, the most beautiful shore, the most beautiful food. But when you don't live in your truth, that's what makes you frustrated. When you're living a life of lies and pretense. So, what books are y'all reading? And you know I must love this book. Whenever I tote my book with me, you know I love that book. Because I was one of them people, when I read my book, I be dead rude. Like if I visiting with you and you get stale and boring, I just whip up my book and start reading. I just be like, excuse me, the conversation has become tiresome. I can go in the corner and read my book. Yeah, I dead rude when it comes to that. Don't let it be good. Like right now, I want to know what happened to Jennifer after she grind up all them niggas. I want to know. Yeah, Dead rude. Dead rude. But don't be like me. Don't be rude. All right, people. Let's read some more of these comments here. Karen say, written in my own heart's blood. Who's that by? Who's that by, Karen? Amanda say, they know my bungie. Black Ever say, what I miss? He's a sissy? Say it ain't so. Well, again, I can't. I have never, as a woman, I don't understand the attraction in marrying a gay man. And a lot of them do it for political so-called favor. A lot. Daniel say, Black Velvet, where you been? He been sissy long time. Money can't take it. Black Velvet say, that red Bahamian sponge? Yes, sir, he is sissy. And wiping your face with the red sponge at a press conference. I look at him that day, I was like, no, this fucking queen didn't just wipe his face with the sponge. He's a big panty, eh? Models, big panty, frilly panty. Anyway, tree frill. Chelsea say, I'm reading Going Through Divorce and FM, don't be better, get better and make money. Well, even though we can't stand Donald Trump, you may remember his first wife, when she was divorcing him, she said, don't get mad, darling, get everything. So going through divorce, you got to practice all kind of mindfulness. At least you getting your divorce, Chelsea. Don't be like mine. How long it took for me to get my divorce? Because you know the stupid grounds you can get divorced in the Bahamas with. You got to have proof for your husband, doggy, going inside that woman, honey. Yeah. Or you can lie like a lot of baby men and say, he was mentally cruel. I know of a friend like that. She juicing all on her husband, but she get a court case saying that he was mentally cruel. What? I don't get it. Anyway. Blah ever say, you best to stop. I didn't hear that. He's like a third cousin of grandpa or brothers. What the F I did? I need to inquire. Well, again, all I'm saying is that live your life in truth. That's what makes us not practice mindfulness and not be content. Like I always tell people, and people say to me, well, Chrissy, how do you keep your head above water? And knowing a lot of you ask me how I'm doing, I say I press it on, because that's what I do. I press on. Despite my challenges, I press on. Despite my challenges, I practice my mindfulness. Despite my challenges, I get still and I look within and I do introspection. Despite my challenges, I'm always going to do my self-care routine. Despite my challenges, I'm always going to take care of me in addition to taking care of everyone else I got to take care of, or how I used to. And in spite of, you got to practice mindfulness. And it doesn't have to be some grand gesture. A lot of people feel like when they start looking within, they have to sit in lotus position and close their eyes for 25 minutes. No, just take a moment to yourself. And I think that's what a lot of people don't do. We don't take a moment to just gather our thoughts. And you can tell a lot of people are scattered and just all over the place because their lives show. Bob Velvet say, child, I was smart when I saw the message from homegirl about his dick was amazing, and next time don't be negative. Not screenshot. Man, I can't take it. And see, why do we do that to other women? If you're the whore cheating with my husband, because that's how I found out my husband was cheating, that Babbitt decided to call me. Like, if you're the whore cheating with my husband, do you have to call me? Shit, it's not a conversation you need to be having with him. See, again, in practicing mindfulness, I just look at them and be like, you ain't serious though. You really calling me to complain to me about my husband who you creeping around with? See, again, a lot of women, a lot of sisters, they don't have no quotient, zero. Roommates say every challenge is an obstacle. You figure out how to get over, around, and under. That's true. That is true. Chelsea, what? Oh, that's the baby you had with that galley. Daniel said, that's why I live over here, because if I don't want my husband no more, I gone. I made sure I put my house in my mom's name and have all my money in a trust. Monica. Danielle, so you going into a marriage planning for escape. I can't take it. Black ever say, behind women a bowl and don't care. Check the man, not the woman. Gumption. Chelsea say, they never called me, Chrissy. My ex was dumb and I found out a lot of things. Lydia say, killed myself laughing. I almost choked. Yeah, these trapsy hoes. Amanda say, this show is really make me have a lot of, ooh, that makes sense moments. Well, Amanda, hold on. Welcome. Welcome to the aha show. Or like my friend Devin used to say, aha! Yeah, because you got to think. You got to think on these things. What Earl Nightingale say? You got to think on these things. Daniel said, I ain't checking for my man. I checking the woman and cutting her ass. I ain't leaving these good benefits. Man, I can't take it. Daniel said, I want someone to call me. I ask her to meet somewhere. Don't touch my husband. Well, again, a lot of women And then this is something we see in the Bahamas a lot. You know, in the Bahamas, it's like and I'm not saying we're any different, because you have the same scandalous things happening. Like, for example, I just finished watching Mamma Mia Part 2, right? You know, you have Meryl Streep as the white woman who was pregnant for 3 different men and didn't know which one was the daddy. Now, if that story was set in Oakland or set in Bandtown, that would have been another narrative. But of course, for this movie, it was dressed up in musicals. Oh, she doesn't know who the daddy is. She's not a whore. Da -da 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 -da. So again, these things happen all over the world. But what I can't stand in the Bahamas is that you have everybody on this pretense vibe and knowing that their lives are just trapsy as hell. Pie aside with you, Danielle. Tuffy say, so you can't divorce on the count of irreconcilable differences? Okay, Tuffy, you could tell you've been out of Nassau and out of the Bahamas. You've been away from home for long. Hey, Tuffy. No, sweetie. The grounds for divorce in the Bahamas are adultery, which you have to prove. Because when I tried to do that, they were like, do you have proof? You have to hire a private investigator. I was like, hold on, I must hire a private investigator and spend my child's school fee money to see if Wayne Doggy and someone else can eat? I don't think so. So it's adultery, mental cruelty, bestiality. Yeah, if you catch your husband fucking one goat. What else? Abandonment or desertion, which is what I got my divorce on. Living separate and apart for 5 years. That's what I got my divorce on. And adultery, mental cruelty, bestiality, homosexuality, desertion, living separate and apart, and there's one more. What's the one more? Legal say all the grounds are under the Matrimonial Causes Act. Thank you, Legal. Let these people know. Say irreconcilable differences. You know, Tuffy, you really think you in America, that's why you feel that way. No, you have to have grounds. You have to have grounds. And when I got divorced, what took me so long, my own was living 7 years apart. The rule basically changed recently where it's cut down to 5 years apart. And the first time when we went to court, why my husband could tell the judge he have a key for our house. So we tried to paint the illusion that we were still juicing. So the judge was like, no, the time start again. Yeah, see, that's what men do to try to upset you. But we have, how do you prove bestiality? That's a good question. The same way I guess you prove adultery. You'll have to hire an investigator. Because I know when my parents got a divorce, that's what my mother did. My mother actually took our lunch money and our grocery money and hired Carl Glinton from Trace Services, Mr. What You Gonna Do. And he would follow my daddy around. And that is why my mother was able to name my daddy's sweetheart in the divorce and get her divorce. Yeah, you need grounds, not coffee grounds. You need grounds. So I don't know how you prove bestiality. Don't ask me. How you prove homosexuality? Well, I'm sure just how women is be skulking on their son. And it goes for men as well. If you think your wife is licking the box, it goes both ways. But you have to have grounds to have a divorce. Now, I had filed my divorce in California, my first time, when I said we were breaking up because of irreconcilable differences. But why my husband ducked the service? Why, when the process server gone to serve him? Why he gone run in the building and lock the door? Big bitch ass nigga. Anyway, so people, that's the story, Morning Glory. Chelsea say, sadly, that's Peyton's dad. Legal say, not consummating the marriage is another one. Okay. Daniel say, just poison your husband if you can't get divorced. Daniel, you supposed to be encouraging people to do better. All right, Jackie say, hey, Chrissy, how are you? Wellness Wednesday, here I come. Hey, Jackie, I'm glad you got straight. So you did get my email. Well, I'm glad to have you. We're going to have a great time. Thank you so much for your support. And thanks to all of you who, you know, you say you couldn't come to this one, which I understand, but there'll be one next month. There'll be one the month after. Everybody asked me about the one in D.C. Boy, I tell you, y'all just want to eat weed and do shit, hey? Anyway, but I thank you for your support, Jackie. Just send me the email now so I can go and check, and then I can send you the paperwork that I need you to fill out. I need to know, I have certain food questions that I need you to fill out. So just send me an email. As a matter of fact, in the next 10 minutes or so, I'll check my email. Daniel said, y'all know the story of Prince Charles, Princess Diana, and Whore Camilla. Well, you see, Whore Camilla now, Diana dead, and Whore Camilla is what she is? The Duchess of what? The Duchess of Tiefencock? Anyway, no, I don't know what she is. I forget. Cornwall, I think. Daniel say, dishonorable discharge. Say, my husband know better because if I divorce for adultery, he'll lose his career. Petty Betty. Lady said, I had a friend who poisoned and knocked down her husband because he didn't want a divorce. He was in hospital for days, LOL. Well, that has happened. I have heard of stories, you know, being in the press in the Bahamas of people slowly poisoning their husbands or wives to get out of divorce or to get insurance. Thanks, Jackie. Thank you, Legal Eagle. She's the Duchess of Cornwall. She's the Duchess of Tifa. And you remember that time when Charles first got married to Diana and they recorded his conversation where he told Camilla he wished he could be her tampon? And I was like, yes, Charles, you are white, uptight, and out of fucking sight, you bitch. Yeah, Charles actually said, oh, to be your tampon, Camilla. How is that foreplay? Like, how does that turn you on? Oh, to be your tampon. The fuck? You know, white people, some of them are just freaky as a motherfucker. I just gonna put that out there. Now, let me not, y'all don't get too twisted, because I know of some black people living in some white people fantasies. Yeah, like I have a good family member, right? Let me tell you my good family member, as we be mindful, and I trying to get her to wake up herself and catch herself. My family member, right? Living with the man who abused her daughter and is best friends with the girlfriend. And him, the girlfriend, and my family, the ex-wife, they sit down and eat dinner at the table together. That's some friend shit, eh? But then again, that's like one of our famous governors general. Y'all know the governor general who had his wife and his sweetheart. They was friends for the longest time. One time I gone to a wedding for my friend. Him, his wife, and his sweetheart sitting up on the dais. Yeah, but then they say the wife did like eat pussy. But you know, in the Bahamas, if you was a lesbian in the Bahamas in the 30s and 40s, you know, you couldn't eat cunny. Yeah. So apparently that they got married just to be each other's beard, while he wanted to be a whore all around town. Yeah. Chelsea said, I cannot. These are true Bahamian stories. Yes. Big time, Governor General. I would give you a clue, but hold on. They in mourning right now, so let me behave. Yeah, let me stop. Lord glory. Yeah, you and the sweetheart and the wife for the longest is friends, eating dinner together. I remember asking my family member when I could not understand what kind of French white people shit that was they were doing. And by the way, black people do it too. You know, I was like, so let me ask you this question. Do all of you fuck one another? Like when you get together, you, the ex-husband, the girlfriend who's married to another person, or all y'all juicing each other? Hey, Marie! I just asking. Chelsea say, ja. Roommate said, what kind of witchcraft sorcery you speak of? No way in hell. You know, guess what? Y'all mind these Bahamians round town with all their rule Britannia, all their feathers and all their insignia and all their formal gown. Yeah. We have high-ranking officials who used to sell candy out of Grandstand Hotel. Anyway, it's a Mindfulness Monday. Yeah, y'all better be mindful, boo. So Nassau, Bahamas. Chelsea said they're eating more than dinner, sis. Black ever say sickness. I have plenty aunties living that life, all of them, and she a Christian. Rose said, I can't behave. Rose, you are the poster child of behaving. So all I'm saying is that live mindfully. Live your life without pretense. Be who you is, not who you ain't. And then you'll live happier, longer. Like I said, no matter what. To thine own self be true. Daniel said, I smell cuckoo soup. Man, look here. All kind of bullshit going on behind these closed doors. Like, who is the famous financier in the Bahamas who like wear woman panty and shit? And he's be bragging about his cross-dressing activities. About this brow though. This brow need lining up though. Yeah. So I'm just saying, people living all kinds of lives that just trapsy. Trapsy. Legal say she dead. Bridget say 2 years. One day I get my own desertion and I deliver his divorce papers myself with a red bow for Christmas Day. Damn. What? Daniel say Diana approved Camilla and told her to leave her husband alone. That whore told Princess Diana, what more do you want? You have 2 children and you'll be queen one day. Get over it. Yes, Camilla was a trapsy hoe, but you see now, I guess as she gets older. But then again, let me just say this. Even though we spew a lot of venom toward Camilla, a part of me feels for Charles. Because imagine you going to your mother and you're saying, Mom, I'm in love. She's a horse-faced ugly bitch, but I'm in love. But she wasn't acceptable. So Charles, for love of England, had to give up what he wanted. We all do that. Out of obligation, I've given up many things. So I feel for him. But now the fact that Camilla was a brazen tramp, that's a problem. And then again, Diana, you know, she had the vagina that smelled like lavender and potpourri. So she was the one who's going to bring the air into the world. So Charles had his burden to bear as well, even though he's a trapsy hoe. Oh, to be your tampon, Camilla. Oh, Camilla. Anyway, in the words of my daddy, you never hear a man ask for a piece of face. Because Camilla was always an ugly bitch. Always. But then again, you don't ask for a piece of face. It's all about the punani. Punani, serious, dangerous, and cantankerous. Danielle, don't do it. The queen kill her. Shaw say Queen Shaw say Charles ugly too. And Ima only got the place. That woman's still ugly. Chelsea say, I know that's why I moved from out that tent called a church. Daniel said, that look you give, have me lay out. Man, look here, legal say trapsy, trapsy. Black ever say that Obey good and strong. Look here, all kind of darkness. And the thing is, people do these dark things because of their wants and their needs. I ain't gotta lie. I'm not gonna ever say that I won't do the same thing. Because unlike these people, excuse me, who would have sold their soul and who would have given into the temptation, I've never been approached. The only time I've been approached to do something that I knew was wrong was back in the day when my drug dealer schoolmate asked me to take a suitcase to Long Island with $30,000 in it. I've never, like the devil never said to me, Christina, I want your soul. Like I've never been approached. And I ain't gonna lie, if the devil came and offered that, I don't, you know, the holy and good and decent side of me says, get thee behind me, Satan. But you know, you never know what you can do. See, everybody got all this mouth about what they can do. That's why, you know what I do? I read books. So I stay out of trouble. So I read books to escape in my own mind. Chelsea say what? I fear God, buddy. Well, Chelsea, you're one of the people who fear God, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are very laissez-faire with their soul. They're like, hey, whatever, boop, boop. People are very laissez-faire with their soul, child. You know, everybody ain't the same. All right, Bahamian people. So what book are you reading today? Danielle says she was beautiful. Danielle say Garlands in disguise. Daniel and Danielle. Got to get it right. Say I ready to read. Yeah, I going to read right now. I going to read right now. So Bahamian people, on this Mindfulness Monday, let's look toward the things that uplift, ennoble, and inspire us. Let's not be jaded like a lot of our young people are when it comes to this Bahamas who feel nothing's going to change. Let's commit ourselves to doing better, to being better, to wanting better. And again, it can only happen when you start with you. Roommate say, oh, you have Lady Jennifer? Yes, child. Look here. I'm going to go read me a couple chapters before my movie starting at 4 o'clock. So I can go read me a couple chapters while I wait, boo. Child, look here. So people, live your life. And have a good time and live it good. What did T-Connection say? Live your life and live it good. Greg say, why fear God if you're doing what you should? Well, you know, fear doesn't mean afraid, Greg. It means reverence. And I think as a lot of us who Christians were once Christians or were in the church and not in the church, we tend to think that fear means, ooh, I'm so scared of you. But fear is reverence. Because again, no matter how I may feel, and Greg, you know this is a dichotomy and a duality that I share with you all the time. I believe there's a higher power. I have to believe that. And so it's not about fear, it's about reverence. Reverence for doing what is right. Okay? There's never a wrong time to do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Even those who may have skipped around doing the right thing, you know, people who want to sign on to bullshit because they want things. Always do the right thing. Yes, sometime it gonna hurt. Yeah, you're gonna look at your friends doing a bunch of fucking. You can be like, well, damn, I should be like them. I was just telling my friend, one of our friends just got married again, right? And my friend was like, this bitch done grind everybody in Nassau. How the fuck she get a husband? I say, child, I be asking the same thing. But you see, you can't look at the bullshit they doing. You gotta focus on you. What the old spirituals say, keep your eye on the prize. You better keep your eye on you. That's what it's keep you saying. Yeah, I preaching today. Chelsea, shut your teeth. I's a minister, you know. You forget it. Judy say, love when I can catch a live show. Anyway, it's 59.35. I going inside this movie. Oh, hold on. I just hear someone saying they just came out of Skyscraper, right? And they say Dwayne Johnson was so fine. Hold on. Boy, Lord, when I think about The Rock. He's my rock. Anyway. Lord, look here. Why The Rock just give me the spirit? Hold on. Dwayne Johnson. Achon, Bahama Land.